Now, let us talk about the energy crisis of 2022. Now, people, let us connect some dots, and I'm going to prove to you nothing new under the sun, right? And history always repeats itself. Now, we have a situation where Russia and Ukraine is in a war, and that war is going to lead us into World War III, and it is going to go nuclear. Now, that war is designed to destroy humanity, right? So, whichever side you stand on, please don't celebrate these men and whatever decisions they are making, because it is you, the people, that it will affect the most, right? Now, we see the various headlines, and Russia is threatening to cut the gas to Europe, and you have UK and US to ban Russian oil because energy and oil is used as a pawn in this war. Now, let us further connect some dots and show you history truly repeats itself. Now, I'll be reading an article from The Guardian, and the article is by Terry McAllister, date the 3rd of March 2011. Background: what caused the 1970s oil price shock? The 1970s oil crisis knocked the wind out of the global economy and helped trigger a stock market crash. Pay attention. What do you see happening today? Soaring inflation and high unemployment, ultimately leading to the fall of a UK government. Pay attention to history. There was a series of energy crises between 1967 and 1979 caused by problems in the Middle East, but the most significant started in 1973 when Arab oil producers imposed an embargo. The decision to boycott America and punish the West, pay attention, punish the West, just like how the West is punishing Venezuela and punishing Russia. Pay attention to history, right? It comes around. Now let us continue. The decision to boycott America and punish the West in response to support for Israel in the Yom Kippur War against Egypt led the price of crude to rise from $3 per barrel to $12 by 1974. What do you see happening today? Because of this energy oil war, it is causing the price of gas to skyrocket. Pay attention. The price of petrol rocketed, making all transport more expensive. There was even talk in Britain of rationing, using coupons left over from the Second World War. Pay attention to history. The Conservative government led by Ted Heath was already struggling to cope with high food prices caused by global shortages, right? Now we're having this energy crisis in 2022, and we already have food shortages just like what they had in the 1970s. Pay attention. This fed into an inflation rate which under Harold Wilson's Labour government hit more than 24%. By comparison, inflation in January 2021 was at 4%, double the Bank of England current target of 2% inflation rate. People, pay attention to history. They are using oil as a pawn, and the people is the ones that will be greatly affected. But listen to this. There is more than enough oil to supply this globe. We don't have to fight, right? No, I have a book that I did a review, and I will be leaving a link to that book review. And the book is by a Clifford Wilson and a Lindsay Williams. The name of the book, Energy Non-Crisis. And one of the author was in Alaska, and when America was having their energy crisis, right, they were finding wells with oil, but each time they find them, they would cover them over, right, leaving Americans to be cold in their homes, because these people are pushing for this crisis to happen. They are pushing for it to continue. They are not looking for a solution. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Right? These people are manufacturing pain and suffering, and they are using energy. Right? There is no need for any fighting, and there is no need for us to go without food, and there is no need for us to be freezing. No, they have Venezuela under sanction, and they are looking to get oil from Venezuela now. But the Americans, especially the Americans, they don't need to get oil from Venezuela, because there is more than enough in Alaska. Right? There is more than enough oil in Alaska to supply even the world. Right? And this book, Energy Non-Crisis, by Clifford Wilson and Lindsay Williams, explain that. Right? Lindsay Williams was an eyewitness to what was going on in Alaska. Right? Understand that what they are doing is well planned. The suffering that a lot of us will be going through because of these men, and their egos. A lot of us will be going through a very painful winter in 2022. A lot of us won't be able to buy food. Right? No, I will most definitely leave the link to the book review about Energy Non-Crisis by Clifford Wilson and Lindsay Williams, for you to understand that history repeats itself. Nothing new under the sun. We need to pray and say, glory be to the Most High.